Hello everyone, it's The Worm, back for some more Steins. We are picking up right where we left off, so let's go ahead and see how our boy Okabe is dealing with the situation. The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. What I discover is that, although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronic stores that I used to frequent are still here. In fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear their loud theme songs and the cries of salesmen all the way from the sidewalk. Electronics otaku and PC maniacs walk the street with unkempt hair, wrinkled clothes, and eyes burning with intense purpose. Okay, so maybe not as different as I thought it would be. Last time I said that we'd get a whole new set of people and new environment, but doesn't look like that's the case. Got it. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have all disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit, it's a relief. Yesterday I heard from Mayuri how we met Ferris on this world line. I was wondering, since May Queen no longer exists. It was at a small Rhinet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomachache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Ferris. We got crushed, needless to say, but Mayuri says that Ferris was very gracious and gave us advice on how to play. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. Our past has changed considerably, yet we are still ended up with the same close relationship we had in the last world line. Fascinating. So, why does she do the cat thing? Or maybe... Did we ever... It almost makes me wonder... I was thinking almost like the May Queen... plus Nyan Nyan squared, that she adopted the whole cat thing because of that. But maybe her cat affect, maybe that predated May Queen, and maybe even, I mean, she worked at May Queen, but now that we know that Ferris was, essentially an heiress, the princess of Akiba, I'm almost thinking maybe she was involved in setting it up in the first place, and so she incorporated her cat thing into the maid cafe. But I don't have any evidence for that right now, so just a thought. Okay. Oh yes, it is also the next day. Let me actually check. Are there any? There's no. You know, I'm curious. We've already established that when we send something, the record that it was sent is erased, right? So on the outbox, it gets erased. But the receiving, the inbox, it should still say there. We sent that original, the message where Makise Karisu was dead. We sent that to Daru, right? Would that still be on his phone? It should be then, right? Or was that... Because Daru's phone was the one that was placed in the phone wave at the time. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe Lady Luck is looking out for us. Oh, I've got mail. I was just checking that. Oh, what's this? That's ominous. Some random letters at 96 PBB. And we have something here.
なんだこれ
It's Jello, which, considering what we know, is actually a bit haunting. Is this a prank? Spam? Why red gelatin? Who's watching me? What's going on here? I spin around, searching the crowd. A few passers-by look at me strangely. I don't care. Something is wrong. Goosebumps break out over my body.
機関かそれともセル
Actually, maybe. Maybe it is. If so, then this mail is a threat. My pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What do I do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank. It has to be. Ignore it. But what if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No, not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? What the hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks like an enemy. I flee from the crowd. Ooh, this is, not so good. Let me... I forgot to do this. Let's do that there. That there. Okay. That should be good. Okay, so it is currently the 8th. And then the last one, it was the 7th. Alright. After I manage to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon, but Mayuri, Krisu, and Lukaku are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice.
お盆休み期間の日曜日だというのにずいぶん暇そうだなラボメンガールズよ
Oban. A Japanese holiday during which people return to their hometown to see their parents and relatives. This includes paying respect to family members who have passed away by visiting and cleaning their graves. Aw. Well, that's nice. The two cute high school girls wave to me in greeting. I'm noticing that although I know sometimes we have these optional emails with people, and sometimes they disappear. You know, we've definitely had email conversations with Ferris before, but I'm noticing those are now gone. Yeah, she's still in there. I just had I was curious, I wonder if our relationship with Ferris is the same. That is to say, you know, Ferris likes to out-chuny the chuny. So I'm wondering if they still have that dynamic, or if their relationship is slightly different now. Okay. two cute high school girls wave to me in greeting. By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. In any case, the sight warms my heart, or would if not a certain assistant who just gives me a bored look before going back to reading.
何をしているのだ?
Mayuri and Lukako are sitting next to each other on the sofa, reading a book together. It looks like a cosplay photo album.
昨日ね、中野に同人誌を買いに行くって言ったでしょ。その時にね、とっても可愛いレイヤーさんの同人写真集を見つけたんだ。だからね、つい衝動買いしちゃったの。ほら見て、ルカちゃん、これブラチューのセドナコスだよ。作り込みすっごいな。すごく可愛いよね。
Bloodtoon, fictional short for Bloodtoon the Animation. Originally a manga, it received, or manga, it received an anime adaptation last year. The main heroine, Seira Orgel, is especially popular among anime otaku, with many figures of her being released. I see. She's showing it to Lukako as part of his re-education. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. Is that what's happening here? Okay. Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo album, maybe he has always been interested in cosplay, just too shy to cosplay himself.
ねえねえ、クリスちゃんも見てみてよ。感動しちゃうんだから。別にいいわ。
Looks like Krisu's not interested in the photo album. She just gives a cold Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Damn it, this is no time to be showing off your intelligence. You're going to make Mayuri cry if you talk to her like that. Or, so I thought, but Mayuri doesn't seem to mind, so I stay out of it.
あ、次のページからは水着だ。すごい。露出度高いな。スタイルもすごくいいし、グラビアアイドルみたい。憧れるな。憧れてるの？水着に？僕、こんなにスタイル良くないから。でもね、ルカちゃんはきっと大きなお友達からははぁ言われちゃうよ。
Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you're referring to Daru with that right remark.
あのね、貧乳は正義なの。だからね、胸なんてなくても自信持っていいんだよ。
I don't think we can deny it anymore. I think with that, it's pretty clear cut, huh? Krisu starts choking on her coffee. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. Mary's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of persuasion.
そうだ。ゴミ間が終わったら一緒に海に遊びに行こうよ。せっかく夏なんだしね。マユシーもずっとコス作りしてて、夏休みはちっとも遊べてないもん。ねえねえ、オカリ、クリスちゃん、どうかな。ラボメンのみんなで海。ラボメンのみんな？私は行かないわよ。もう少ししたらアメリカに帰らなきゃ。荷造りもまだしてないから、そんな余裕はない。
How soon is soon? That's worrisome.
確かに ラボでのんびりと読書をしているほどだからな。よほど余裕がないと見える。
Krisu snaps her book shut and glares at me.
だったらはっきり言わせてもらう。変態野郎2人と一緒に海水浴なんて言ってられるか。女子メンバー限定というなら喜んで参加させてもらうわ。
素直になったらどうだクリスティーナ。私は伝部の猛虎犯を男子に見られたくないので一緒には行けませんと。
Mongolian spot, a bluish birthmark commonly found on Asian children, usually disappears by the age of 5. Well, that's something I've never heard of. Okay.
猛虎犯なんてないわよ。
そもそも女子メンバー限定ならばそこのルカ子も無理ではないか。
Uh-oh. He went and did it, huh? He went and said it. Here we go.
何それ、どういう意味？
この前わざわざ教えてやっただろう。ルカ子は正真正銘の男だとな。
My declaration of the truth freezes the air instantly. Huh? There's something off about their reaction.
最悪ね、あんた。女の子に向かって男呼ばわりなんて。
そうだよオカリ、そういうこと言うのはね、マユシー好きじゃないな。
Even Mayuri condemns me. Lukako, meanwhile, turns pale and hangs his head so I can't see his face. Is he crying? Normally he'd get depressed and say something about how embarrassed he'd be to wear a swimsuit, but he wouldn't start to cry.
クリスティーナ、お前が現実から目を背けたくなるのはわかる。ルカ子は男でありながらとても可憐だからな。
Okay, yeah, he's just gonna keep going, huh?
岡部、
Krisu advances on me with a stern glare.
私にへんてこなあだ名をつけるぐらいなら冗談で済むからいいけど、いや、本当は良くないが、今のあんたの言い草は冗談になってない。他人を傷つけるようなやつじゃないと思ってたけど、違ったみたいね。今のあんたは本気で最低よ。
Well, he is very inconsiderate at times. Well, how should I put this? His character, his Chuni character is very inconsiderate. But I do believe at the moment that there is a kind of genuine core there, you know, that actually, you know, it's the times where he's worried and, you know, when the facade fades away, there is something there. But where was I going with this? Well, I guess I'm saying if you just knew his Chuni character, I think you actually could take him for the kind of guy that thinks it's funny to hurt people's feelings. At times, at least. Maybe not all the time, but... you know, I guess that could, depending on your view, it could just be within the realm of banter, so it depends. What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing?
謝りなさい。今すぐ漆原さんに謝りなさい。
I feel like he should... Granted, his life has been pretty topsy-turvy lately with the time travel and the various changes, and you know, all of Akiba's changes. But I feel like this is something he should have been keeping a note of. You know, he wasn't able to confirm it at first. But... Whatever, let's keep going.
いやいや、謝るも何も 俺は真実しか言ってな。
いいんです。
Lukaku gets up from the sofa, his head still hanging, and his voice was barely audible. Like, come on, buddy, you should... You did an experiment precisely over this thing. You should at least remember that. His head was still hanging, his voice was barely audible.
岡部さんにそういう風に見られてたんですね。
いやいやいやいや、そういう風ではなく、ルカ子、お前は男だろ。それともお前まで現実逃避に走ったか。
Okay. The scene has entered into the realm of silly now, but okay.
現実逃避してるのはあんただろうが。
そうだよ。ルカちゃんは女の子なのにオカリンひどいよ。
Okay, now you're gonna remember the experiment, right?
というかマユリよ、なぜお前は急にルカ子への呼び方をルカ君からルカちゃんに変えた？
Nope, nope, he's just gonna keep going, huh?
岡部、いつまで続ける気？彼女は女の子よ。
Mayuri nods in agreement. Uh-huh. What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank?
帰ります。
Lukaku tries to slip by me out of the lab. I grab his hand to stop him from leaving.
待てルカ子、俺を担ぐのはよせ。お前は正真正銘の男だ。なぜならここに。
Uh-huh. I pin Lukaku's arms and reach for his package. Let's see what you're hiding down. Nothing.
おおおおお、え、あれ、なんで？
Is this scene supposed to be funny? Is this supposed to be a comedic scene, or I feel around some more.
岡部さん、やめてください。
Nothing, not a. It should be there. I mean, he's a guy, isn't he? Electric current runs through my brain. No way. Yes way. So that's what happened. Ah, there he goes. Finally clicked.
ルカ子、お前。
The email that I thought had failed was actually a success.
お前は女なのか。
最初からそう言っとるだろ。
Half second later, Chrisu cracks me over the head with her heavy textbook. And that's when, you know, the police get called, he's sent to prison, and that's the end of his story. Steins gets over. When my vision clears, Lukaku is crying. Mayuri is rubbing her back comfortingly. Chrisu, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe. Daru, who arrived a moment ago, is in the corner trying not to laugh. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes perverted college guy beg for forgiveness. If I had to put a title to this scene, that's what it would be. The top of my head is throbbing. Most likely because Chrisu wiped out 100 million of my precious neurons, envied by scientists the world over. I put a moist towel to my head.
一度あんたの頭を切り開いて脳だけ取り出してよく洗浄してやりたい気分よ。
Well, not that this was funny in any way, but one kind of amusing thing I was just thinking is, well, he could attempt to explain to them, oh, hey, we did this time travel experiment, but what's the over and under that Chrisu would actually believe that? You know, at that point, she would just hit him again, I think.
できればそのまま体に戻さず培養液の中にぶち込んで一生あんなハレンチな真似できないようにもしてやりたい。とにかく警察に突き出されないだけありがたいと思いなさい。
はい。すみません。
Man, that was dumb. Yeah, it was, in more ways than you may be thinking. I didn't think it would be gone. Lukako has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed, and she's flat as a board, but she's definitely a girl. There's no denying what my hand didn't feel. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl. Does this count as a scientific breakthrough? Anyway, I'd better apologize to Lukako. I hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert me groped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now, and she was shy to begin with. Well, at least you have enough sense to consider that. Short for post-traumatic stress disorder from the DSM-4, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 4th edition, published by the American Psychiatric Association in 1994. A mental condition caused by severe psychological shock of an accident, disaster, crime, or other instant stressor. It induces several stress-related symptoms, including emotional instability, insomnia, confusion, and vivid flashbacks. These symptoms are often triggered in response to stimulus that is similar to the original trauma. A patient must experience these symptoms for over a month in order to be diagnosed with PTSD. I'll need to be as gentle as humanely possible from now on. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she never spoke to me again. Yeah, I wouldn't be either. I have no one but myself to blame. I'll just have to accept the consequences. Well, that's the least you could do, I guess.
だいたいなんだって漆原さんが男の子だなんていう妙な妄想に取りつかれたんだ。
それについては前にも言ったはずだ。D メイドによる過去改変だよ。ルカ子は男だったが、女の子になりたいという願いをもとに D メールを送り、
Okay.
それは成功した。
He's just telling him.
世界線が変わったその瞬間を俺は確かに認識していた。すなわちマガンリーディングシュタイナーによってな。その点については反省せねばなるまい。俺はもっと自分の持つ特殊な力を信じるべきだったと。
Chris calmly read his book. Hey, I was right.
また食らいたい？
いや本当なんだ。これについては信じてくれ。この現象を理論立てて説明するとだ。D メールを送るたびこの世界が辿ってきた歴史が変わる。つまり過去が変わる。それを俺の脳は知覚できるのだよ。
I leaped to my feet, overcome with excitement.
世界中でこの俺だけがインガリスの変化を認識できる。そう、例えるなら俺はこの世界の観測者ということだ。
Well, I don't know if that's the case, Okabe. Looky here. Looky here. Oh, it won't let me. Oh, there it is. I would suggest that might not be a good assumption to make. I look around, expecting to see awe on their faces.
いいから座れ。
I do as I'm told.
わからないのか。観測者、すなわち量子力学的に言うところのシュレディンガーのネゴの実験における箱を開ける人なのだぞ。
I do think it must be some kind of law in Japan that every visual novel needs to involve... You need to insert a reference to Schrodinger's cat box. It's just... You can't do it otherwise. Every single visual novel needs to have a reference to this. Schrodinger's cat, an incredibly famous thought experiment proposed by physicist Erwin Schrödinger, Schrödinger intended it as a paradox that would refute quantum theory, but it has since been proven to not be a paradox. It is often referenced in fiction as an example of the complexities of quantum mechanics. The thought experiment is as follows. A cat is placed inside a box. The box also contains a vial of poisonous gas and a sample of some radioactive substance. If the radioactive substance emits an alpha particle, it sets off a sensor, releasing the poisonous gas and killing the cat. Now, assume the radioactive substance has a 50% chance of emitting 1 alpha particle per hour. After 1 hour, you open the box. The cat has a 50-50 chance of being alive or dead. The question is, was the cat alive or dead before you found it? According to Einstein, your observation of the cat's condition is irrelevant, as the cat was either alive or dead before you opened the box. Yes, yes. Or, whether or not there's gremlins inside the brawn tubes, that sort of thing.
Schrödinger?
うわ出たよシュレディンガーの猫
Daru gets it.
日本人のシュレディンガー好きは異常
Okay, well at least they're, lampshading it a bit here. So that's alright.
あんたも日本人だろ。
もううんざりって感じっすわ猫が可愛いのは認めるがな
Kite? The word kitten, corrupted for added cuteness, it has no particular meaning, but it is often used on @channel, Nico Nia Doga, and many other similar sites. The spread of this word proves that the true popularity of cat pictures and videos on the internet is something that can't be understated. There was not too long ago, there was a game released, last year I think, where you played as a cat, and I think you essentially control a cat and you go throughout I know there's robots too. I can't remember what it's called. And I think it won a bunch of awards or something like that. And sorry to be contrarian, but it didn't look that impressive to me. But, for the people who like this sort of thing, I'm sure it was great. So, good on them. Daru's absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrödinger's cat. Alright, so the game got me. It's calling it out.
とにかく俺はそういう特殊な力を宿す魔眼を持っている。その名をリーディングシュタイナーと呼ぶことについては以前説明した通りだ。
そのリーディングシュタイナーって名前、バカっぽいからやめろって私も以前言ったはずよね。いかにも和製英語って感じ。漫画の必殺技みたい。文法としては破綻してるし、シュタイナーがシュタインのことなら前半は英語で後半はドイツ語とか、むちゃくちゃだわ。ちなみにこれはシュタインズゲートだっけ？それにも言える。
まだまだ伝部の猛虎犯が取れぬようだな、クリスティーナよ。ネーミングは五感がすべて。かの天才レオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチにも被験する俺の想像力は文法などというつまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ。
She hits me again. I'm seeing stars.
少しは反省しろ。
すいません。
Lukako is still crying. Okay. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Krisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I'd accept being told to die pervert if it were coming from Lukako. But why the hell is Krisu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Braun Tube workshop door opens, and out of it comes part-time warrior. Our eyes meet.
オース
Yo. She's less energetic than usual.
なんでそんなふにゃふにゃしてんの？
こういう体操があるのだ。
知らなかったな。
Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing the air.
絶好のサイクリング日和だね。
そうか？
But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well-conditioned air-conditioned room while browsing the net. Now that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had an air conditioner.
あのさ、ちょっとサイクリングしない？
Seriously? She has to be joking.
チャーリーは1台しかないではないか。
二人乗りすればいいじゃん。
バイトを放り出していいのか？
Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute.
許可取ってきた。どうせ客なんて来ないし。
I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes.
俺はマッドサイエンティストであったサイクリストではないのだぞなのになぜ俺がお前を後ろに乗せて漕がなければならないのだ
その昔、アリストテレスが言いました。時間は運動の数であるってね。だから運動した方がいいよ。
That doesn't make sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if I went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Suzuha sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter. I just need a few moments to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akiba changed, so did the people who visited it. This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures. Akiba at the end of the 20th century. The electric town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past. And the only one who knows it is me.
私さ、
Suzuha murmurs.
東京に来たのは10日前が初めてなんだよね。
Huh. I didn't know that.
夏休みを利用した観光ではないよな。
父さんを捜索するため。
Hunting for your father, huh? What does that mean? That's a strange way to put it.
蒸発でもしたのか？
I meant it as a joke, but Suzuha looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again.
もう何年も会ってなくて、この の町にいるのは分かってるんだけどさ。
そうなのか。しかしならばバイトなどしている場合ではないのでは。
Suzuha works at the Brontube workshop from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. I doubt that leaves much time to search.
当てがないっていうのが正直なとこ。
警察に捜索願いは出したのか。
ううん。
だったら出すべきだろう。あとは金があるならば更新所に頼むとか。
そんな予算はないな。それにいろいろ事情があるんだよ。
Issues.
たださ、一回だけチャンスはあるんだ。
That's another weird way to put it.
そのチャンスが明日なの。明日ある場所に現れるかもしれなくて。
A certain place? That has a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response.
そのチャンスを逃したら私もこの町を離れなきゃいけない。
離れるとは地元に帰るのか。
行かなきゃいけないところがあるからさ。私も多忙なわけよ。
What?
もともと明日会えなかったら諦めるつもりだったし。
不安なのだな。わかるぞその気持ち。誰も知らないこの町でたった一人で父親を探す。さぞや心細いことだろう。不安な気持ちを紛らわすため誰かに相談したいわけだな。そして身近にいる人間で最も頼りになりそうなこの法王院厩務にすがったわけか。だが残念だったな。俺のような狂気のマッドサイエンティストに頼ったのがお前の運の尽きだ。バイト戦士よ。
I was going to say that we were kind of having a nice time with Rintaro actually sounding not having the character on, just having a nice normal conversation, and we've lost it.
は
そんなお前は俺が実験台として使ってやろうではないか。
あ、実験台って
決まっている。時間を遡ることができる人類科学の夢。
Of course.
D メールだ。
I mean, I guess we know. Okay, we don't know exactly what we changed, but we do know the outcomes of the change. Well, okay, we'll talk about the Lukaku thing at the end of this episode, but at least we know the outcomes of what the last two D-mails have been. Lukaku is now a girl, and Akiba is now an electronics place rather than what it was before. So I guess that means we're clear to just jump on to the next thing, even if we're not entirely clear. I mean, we still don't know where the IBN went, and that was as a result of the Lukaku change. I don't know. Oh well, full steam ahead, I guess. I've already explained D-mail to Suzuha before.
お前にはその実験台となってもらおう。
どうするの？
Suzuha takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger she's in.
何？簡単なことだ。俺は今 D メール検証実験のデータを少しでも多く求めている。お前には過去を変えてもらうのだ。もっともその変えた過去を認識できるのはこの俺だけだか 非道だと思うのならば勝手にするがいい。だがお前はもはや俺の毒牙にかかった子羊。逃がしはしない。
I mean, okay, that email he got, he's written it off as a prank, but it just still no caution, still no second thoughts. He's just still going ahead with this.
そうだ、いいことを思いついた。お前が過去に送るメールの内容についてだ。いいかよく聞け。お前は蒸発する前の父親へとこうメールを送るのだ。娘を置いていくなとな。
君ってさ、いいやつだね。
I mean, you could say that, yeah, that the motivations he has here, you know, to unite a girl with her father who's missing. I get that. So, yeah. Still reckless, though.
な
になんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
お前、俺を侮辱するつもりか。俺はいいやつなどではない。実験のことしか考えていない狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。分かったならばお前の父親の携帯アドレスを教えろ。教えなければ俺の右腕が火を吹くぞ。ちなみに封印が解かれた右腕を俺は制御できない。お前の命も保証できんと言っておこう。
ごめん、無理なんだ。
あくまで逆らうのか。
父さんの携帯の番号もメルアドも知らないから。
Yeah, it is funny. There's a good number of people that just, you know, they tend to be older, but there's a good amount of people that just, they don't even have computers. They don't want to mess with that sort of thing. And they just, you know, they do not have any sort of thing like that. I mean, phones usually, yes. But email addresses, computers in general. So, yeah. So, I mean, like, it was funny that Lukaku's mom, when it turns out, oh, dang it, they don't have emails back then. Oh, but what if they had a pager? And it just so happened that, yes, she had a pager, Lukaku's mom. And they said that, oh, it was common for Japanese high school girls to have pagers back then, I guess. I don't know if that's true, but, Well, that's a letdown.
まあ、だからこそ明日にかけてるわけでさ。心配してくれてサンキュー。
心配などしていない。実験台にできなくてがっかりしているだけだ。
でもすごいね。メールを過去に送れるなんて人類初のタイムマシンじゃん。
ふん、すごいのは当然だろう。なぜなら俺はホーイン京馬だからな。
アップグレードの予定は？
アップグレード？
そのタイムマシンのアップグレード、例えば人そのものを送れちゃうようになるとか。
検討中だ。
No good ideas yet, though.
だったらさ、作る前に一つ忠告。マキセ・クリスは仲間から外した方がいい。
Uh-oh.
そういえばお前、あいつのことをやけに嫌っていたな。
さてと、そろそろ工房に戻らなくちゃ。30分休憩をもらっただけだからさ、そろそろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike.
明日は父親と会えても会えなくてもラボに来い。
なんで？
お前の昇進を利用して D メールを使わせてやる。
さすがマッドサイエンティスト、悪逆非道だね。もし父さんと会えたなら行くよ。その時はみんなで祝福をあげてよね。
She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling. And leaving, yeah, leaving you behind.
待て、俺も乗せていけ。おい。
Suzuha doesn't wait, leaving me no choice but to run back to the lab. Whoopsie doopsie.
これより作戦名エルドフリームニルの概要について説明する。
Oh, no, you won't, because we're calling it there, Mr. Okabe. Alright, well, I'm still certain there's some time travel shenanigans happening with her there, and something she said there. I mean, I said this at the very, well, not very beginning. I said this earlier. One of the thoughts I had was that maybe it could be something where it turns out we're the bad guys, or something like that. At least what she said there, it makes it sound like Makise Kurisu could be a bad guy, or at least responsible in some way for the bad conditions of whatever future we're talking about, or something like that. That's what that sounded like to me. I guess maybe I should talk about the first half of this episode. I didn't like that scene. I think it was meant to be funny, maybe. I don't know. You can give me your opinion on that, because I'm not sure. But it's just him being... It's Okabe being forgetful as well as just boneheaded there. And... I don't know. That just... It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. And the other thing would be, yes, okay, Lukaku's actually a girl now. So the experiment was successful. Eating more vegetables works, which, I don't know. How am I supposed to think about that? Is that supposed to be funny too? Is it all just supposed to be a joke? I don't know. I guess it's... I don't know. Maybe I just need to hear other people's thoughts on it, and you can tell me... give me more to work with, because... I don't know what to think right now. Well, I'll call it today, and next time I'll actually have some time to think about what has occurred, so we will move on from there. In any case, I've been The Warm. This has been Steins Gate. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.